meetings with your team. So we're happy to have everybody here tonight. So fun to see your faces. If you want to turn your cameras on, we love the interaction with people's smiling faces. It makes us feel a little more comfortable, like we're not talking to, you know, a word, we're talking to people. And so it makes us a little bit more comfortable in our role as presenters. So welcome tonight. So glad to have you on the new year. 2022 is going to be a fabulous year for Thrive Life. As many of you know or don't know, our company acquired another freeze-dried company. And so now we are told we are the largest freeze-drying company in the world, according to Steve Palmer.
In a few months, we will be, once we get everything online and ramped up. Yep.
So I'm excited to go onto the website of this new company because we'll be able to use those freeze dryers and they have some products that we don't have. So I'm super excited to expand our line and get some things that we've never had before. So we're super excited about this year. And so we're just going to jump into our presentation.
Yep.
And before that, though, I need to refresh a couple of ingredients. Since it's the new year, I thought, what could I make that's healthy? And there's a little omelet I like to make. Now that it's the new year, I like to make it in my waffle maker. And that might be a new weird thing for you, but they're great for taking on, if you're on the run like me, it's really fun to just throw it in the waffle maker and take it on the go. So that's what I like to do. But first, a couple ingredients that I'm going to refresh, and that is some sausage.
The rest of it we'll just throw in when we make them, and we'll be cooking in about 10 or 15 minutes, but just in preparation, we're just going to let the sausage and the cheese.
This is just a little bit of a freeze-dried sausage. If you've never seen it, it's just little crumbles. So we're going to have a little bit of that, and I'm just going to put some water to it.
And people always ask, how much water should I put? And really, if you just do it so that the whatever food it is that you're refreshing floats up off the bottom of the bowl, that's enough, and it'll soak it in. You can pour off if there's any extra, but you're pouring off some of the flavor. And so it's best if you just use a little bit. You can always add a little bit more if you need it.
Also, I'm going to refresh the cheese. This is just our cheddar cheese. It refreshes pretty easily, but I'm going to do it ahead of time. And again, just a little bit of water on that so that it just, what I like to do is get a little bit of water in there and then shake it. And it needs to be cold water for your cheese. Don't ever put hot water. I made that mistake and it was a big lumpy mess.
Yeah. And cheese, it just works better to do it in a Ziploc rather than something like this.
And most of the time I just shake it and throw it in the refrigerator. And but I'm just going to leave it right here.
Yep. Okay. So there's that. So now we're going to get going. I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to start off with a giveaway. And this
tell
is
them what they're going to get.
I will. Hang on. This is only for non-consultants. If you are a consultant, don't answer this question or any of the questions. We're only giving away, what we're giving is Thrive credit. So you're going to get a $10 credit that you can apply towards an order if you win this, but only non-consultants. So nobody cheat. Okay, so what percent of nutrients are retained in the freeze drying process?
This will be a total guess.
Yep. But guess what percent you think is retained? Okay.
And whoever's closest.
Yep. Whoever gets pretty close. Oh, you know what? I hope Tammy is not a consultant because she nailed it. 98%. Perfect. Perfect. 91. That's a good guess. 98%. Tammy got it. So
Tammy, this is what we need from you. Is she a consultant, first of all?
You better not be. I warned you.
So Tammy, awesome for you. I don't know. I think Tammy is not a consultant. So we just need chat in your name, your email. And if you have, you wouldn't have a consultant, do you? No. Just your name and your email.
Yeah, name and email, and we will get that credit to you. $10 credit coming your way.
Woohoo, Tammy!
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because 98%, that's amazing. If you think of different processes to preserve food, there is nothing that comes close to freeze drying. It uses a pressure and if the food is frozen and then the pressure is lowered, and that turns the ice to a gas without it going to water. And so everything is retained. There's very little heat involved, and so it's not cooking off any of the nutrients or taste or anything like that. It's retaining almost everything. A teeny bit is lost, but it's about 98%. So that's something we're really excited about with freeze drying, is that it retains not only the nutrients, but the flavor, the color, all of those things. We're going to get into that more. But sorry if I'm going to cough from time to time. I'm just recovering from COVID.
Here, we'll let you drink our water that we're refreshing.
I've got my drink here.
Okay.
But
good.
When I talk, I start to have to cough. So anyway, Thrive Life, going to talk about our processes and why we are really set up to lead the way in freeze drying in the coming years. This is a picture of Lisa, me, and some other people. There might be a couple of these people actually on the call tonight. 2 or 3 years ago, we toured the freeze dry facility. And back then we only had 2 freeze dryers. And I think they were installing the 3rd at the time. So we started out with 2, added another one last year. And the freeze drying industry is just booming. And they just, towards the latter part of last year, ordered 6 more machines. And so those will be online in the next few months. But despite all of that and adding all these freeze dryers, that hasn't even been enough to keep up with everything. And so, as Lisa mentioned, we just merged or acquired another freeze drying company, a very large freeze drying company in Central California. And combined with them and our new freeze dryers and what we have, we will be in a few months the largest freeze-dried food producer in the world. So it's pretty exciting and kind of shows you how this industry is growing and how freeze-dried food is becoming more and more mainstream. When you were a kid, what did you think of when you thought of freeze-dried food?
I thought of astronaut food.
Astronaut food. My dad was a big backpacker, so we ate it when we went backpacking. It wasn't
military
very good.
Food.
Military. It wasn't very good. We kind of like, oh, we got to eat freeze-dried food. But today, with our processes and our foods, freeze-dried food is amazing. And you can cook pretty much anything that you would cook with fresh food using freeze-dried. Yeah. And it's just faster and more convenient and tastes great. Yeah. So if you have been watching the news at all, you probably know about the supply chain crisis that's going on in the world. A lot of times store shelves look like this. It might not be everything. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's toilet paper, sometimes it's food. And I know around Thanksgiving, there were certain ingredients that we went all over the place looking and had to substitute things. They just weren't available. Yeah. And so if, in the news, there's been a lot lately about all these food shortages and rising food prices and all these different issues related to food. And that's one reason why the freeze-dried food industry is exploding, is because people are realizing the benefit of having freeze-dried ingredients on hand, that they're shelf stable, that you can keep and then use them when you need them. Yeah. And not worry about them going bad. Another thing about Thrive is because we control all the processes, we are able to fine tune what they call it the recipe when they freeze dry, how long, what the pressure is, what the temperature is, in order to freeze dry different ingredients and make them perfect. If you've ever tried different freeze-dried ingredients, they're not all created equal. Some are a lot better than others. Thrive, we think, is the best. And if you talk to anybody who's tried Thrive and tried others, they're going to tell you, oh, yeah, Thrive is definitely the best freeze-dried out there. And that's because of these processes that we've fine-tuned and refined. Another thing is that we work really closely with growers. And in fact, this merger that we just did with the company in California is going to allow us to work even more closely with farmers, because they already have a lot of relationships with growers in their area. They are in Central California, where there's a lot of farming going on. And so this just gives us another kind of arrow in the quiver as far as working with farmers and controlling that entire supply chain. So that when, not to say that we don't have things go out of stock, but we're able to get them back in a lot more quickly. There are other companies. One company had to suspend operations for a few months last year, one freeze-dried company, because they just couldn't get ingredients.
Right.
Fortunately, we have not had that happen. We've had things go in and out, but we're always able to get them back and get them back in stock pretty quickly. So that's something that is a real benefit of Thrive Life.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you talk because I got to have a drink.
Sorry, Jeff still got the, I call it hacking up a lung because he just still has part of that residual cough. But we have simple, clean food, guys. We just have, it is a very, what I love about it is that it's highly nutritious. There's no additives, there's no salts or sugars added. When you buy a can of strawberries from us, the ingredient deck says strawberries. That's it. We have a gluten-free line. We are non-GMO. We have the Nutrillock Promise, which I feel is better than organic. And it's just a process where we check for pesticides and herbicides before they go into the dryers and afterwards. And with your organic process, you only check for pesticides and herbicides before a process, not afterwards. So I'm really grateful for the Nutrillock Promise that it checks on both ends of that machine. Do I click here? Mm-hmm. Some of the benefits of freeze-dried is the taste. The taste is amazing. Anybody that's been around, it's so fun to watch people put a strawberry in their mouth or a pea or any one of our products that you can just eat right out of the can. It's amazing. It's just like this party in your mouth. There's an explosion of flavors, and that's because we leave everything on the vine till it's fully ripened. The nutrition, like Jeff said, it's 98% retained in the freeze drying process. You can't get that anywhere. And there's no preservatives. And of course, it has that long 25-year shelf life. So if you want to store this, just make sure it's foods that you want to eat. I always recommend that to people. I know people that store rice and beans and oats. And I always ask them, are you really going to live off of that? That just doesn't sound fun to me. These are the fun foods that you want in your storage. Farmers market. Don't we all love a good farmers market? Why do we love it? Because we go there and we pick out fresh fruits and vegetables and you put them up to your nose and you're like, oh, these are amazing. And when you taste it, it's amazing. Well, just like farmers market, freeze-dried is that good. It's got all those nutrients and they are just so, so good. I can't emphasize how delicious our line is. Because
it's very similar to farmers market, where farmers market is grown close by and then brought very, very quickly, usually within a few days, to the market, and you buy it. So it's gone from the farm to the table very quickly. Well, freeze-dried is the same kind of thing. Even though it's freeze-dried in the middle, it's locked in that flavor and freshness from the farm.
Right. All right, question. Okay, this is for all customers, no consultants. How far on average does produce travel to get to your grocery store? How far on average do you think your produce travels?
America.
Okay,
somebody
said 200 miles, 900 miles.
Keep going up.
I'm gonna just turn this on.
Anybody else? We got a 200, we got a 900, 1300. Okay, that's closer. If nobody else does anything closer, we're going to give it to the 13. Oh, 18. What does that say? 15?
Annie, who's the winner there?
Well, we're not quite there yet.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody says they live in California. So what we're saying is on average in North America. Yes, for some people, some things are going to be closer, but on average, you say it. I'm like.
Okay, on average, the produce travels, is it 15 or 18?
15.
1,500 miles to get to your store.
Yeah.
1,500
Tammy
miles.
won that again.
Who was the winner there?
Tammy.
Tammy.
Tammy's all
Wait
over
a second.
it.
Tammy won the first question. Now she's got $20 in Thrive credit. She's killing it.
Hey, good job.
Kent. Good job.
Okay, we're gonna have a couple more chances, so hang in there.
All right. Let's see. So oftentimes we think, oh, I have to go to the grocery store because that is where I get the very best produce, right? Well, we know that those poor bananas are picked when they're super green. And by the time we get them, they're ready. I mean, they literally sit on my counter for a day or two, and then they look like those yellow bananas with brown spots. And we usually make some banana bread around here. So they don't have very much nutrition by the time you get to them. So grocery store fresh is not so fresh. So listen to these stats. 100% of vitamin C content in spinach is lost by day 4. You know, and we go around eating bags of spinach thinking we're getting really healthy, but we're really not. Up to 40% vitamin C content in pears, mangoes, and pineapple is lost by week 1. 62% of phytonutrient content in broccoli is lost by week 2, and 24% of vitamin D content in peas is lost by week 3. So some of our foods that we think are really healthy for us aren't so healthy for us because they've lost their nutrition. So here's a stat for you. Up to the Thrive versus grocery store, the broccoli, for instance, up to 52% more vitamin B, I believe that says.
Yeah, we got a little window over. Yep,
Yeah.
vitamin B. And
let's check out raspberries. Phytonutrients are so important to our bodies. Up to 52% more phytonutrients in our raspberries. And so, I mean, honestly, they just have so much more vitamins for us and for our bodies.
like we said, more vitamins, more nutrients, but also taste great, right?
Taste wonderful. Here's a few of a couple of our grandkids. They love Thrive Life's foods. They eat it out of the can. You can see they make their little formations with the cheese and the yogurt and the blueberries and the raspberries. They love it all. And we start them very early eating Thrive Life. And for Christmas every year, believe it or not, all the kids under about the age of 5 ask for peas. They're called sugar peas at our house, but they will eat peas. That is the #1 requested thing at our house, is the Thrive Life peas.
Yep.
All right, shall we get cooking?
Yep, let's get cooking.
All right.
Stop sharing my screen for a little bit and we're gonna cook.
All right.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so we've got our sausage that is now looking really yummy. I like to, okay, I'm gonna move these down just a little bit. I'm calling this my throw and go because honestly, I'm in a hurry all the time. And so it needs to be easy. So here's my omelet. If you guys have the Thrive Life scrambled eggs, use those. I didn't have any on hand tonight. We go through them so quickly. But so I'm going to use a couple of eggs. I'm just going to throw them right into my sausage.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but you're
fine.
still sharing your screen, so we can't see you on the big screen.
Oh yeah, sure. We need to go big.
Oh, I hit it. Sorry, I hit stop share, but I guess I had to hit it twice. Is that better?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. All right. So in my omelet, let me get my little whisk out here. So I'm going to stir up those eggs. So that's my eggs and my sausage. What's this? Kale. I like to have a little bit of green in there. So there's some kale. I'm going to put that in there. You know, I
put more kale than that.
Brother. All right, there's my kale. Next, I'm a big mushroom girl, so there's got to be. Now, look at these mushrooms, like kind of big, okay? I don't like my mushrooms quite that big, so what I do is I smash, and then I put them in my omelet, okay? So they just smash right up. Next, I'm gonna put some onions, throw those in. What else do I have here?
That's it.
I think that's, what else? Oh, the cheese. Finally, the cheese is going in. Okay, so remember in the beginning, I just put a little water to this. Usually I'd throw it in my refrigerator, but I'm just gonna throw that right in. So this is really a throw and go recipe, guys. Like just throw it in and have some fun with it. We're gonna stir that up. Garlic, gotta have a little garlic in the omelet. Okay. Our chef's choice all-purpose seasoning, yummy stuff. You must have My boys do not eat any of their foods without the chef's choice. So get some of that. This is yummy stuff. All right. So it's all just mixed up. How many of you like to cook like this? Just throw it in and go. Don't ever measure, right? I think people that have been around cook like I do. I don't measure much. All right, you guys, this is the fun thing. You're going to put it in the waffle maker. Okay, into the waffle maker it goes. And you start to hear the Thrive sizzle. Yes, indeed. Ooh, it smells yummy. All right.
All right, can you see that okay? Now I'm going to close that.
Okay, and let it just cook for a minute before you, okay, don't do it.
All right.
So we're just gonna let that cook in the waffle maker. And I love this idea, which is not my original idea. I got it from somebody else, but I thought this is genius because I need to throw and go, throw it in there. Then while that's cooking, I will go do something else. And then I'll come back and I'll have this thing to just go wherever I'm going, which is usually out the door. So for all you busy moms, this is genius for kids, for you, and you're getting some kale in there. And here we go with our omelet is spilling over a little bit.
So I think one thing that a lot of people have never cooked with freeze dried, they're apprehensive because how much water should I add? Do I need to refresh it beforehand? And you saw there were a couple of things that we did refresh beforehand. That was the cheese and the sausage. And we let those sit in the water for about 10 minutes, but then everything else we just threw in. If your dish has liquids in it, onions, kale, mushrooms, things like that, you can just throw it in and the liquid is going to refresh those.
Right, right. So easy. The thing about Thrive that I have loved for 12 years, and I tell people this all the time, is that I haven't chopped an onion. Two big pet peeves that Lisa Warnick had. One is chopping onions, okay? The second one was chopping chicken. And when Thrive said, well, you don't have to do that anymore because they're just right in the can, ready to go. And I'm like, where do I sign up? I need this in my life because it cuts out all the chopping and washing and prepping that we go through when we're cooking for our families. It's easy breezy. Students love this because they can just throw it and go and it's done. And you have a meal in minutes. So
I think another nice thing is that whether you're cooking for one person or 2 or 10, you just scoop out whatever you need out of the can. So it's really easy. If you're just a single person or you're empty nesters like us, it's really easy because you can cook small amounts without having a lot of waste. Right. But if you're cooking for a big group, it's even easier because you just scoop out whatever you need.
Yeah. So we love it that way. And wasn't that an easy omelet to make? I mean,
it smells so good.
Yeah. I wish you guys could be here to taste this because it's just
ready.
Let's check it. Ooh,
there we go.
Let me see if I can get a fork and a plate and let you guys see this.
I wish you could smell it. Smell the onions and the mushrooms, everything in there.
So you just see if I can get this to lift.
You can get this side. I'll do it with my fingers. Let's go.
Do you want to cook it just a little bit
longer?
Yeah,
we're gonna let it go for just another couple of minutes. It's pretty well done, but I think it'll firm up a little bit. It's gonna fall apart if I try and take it.
When it's golden brown is like the best. So we're just gonna cook it just an extra little bit so it will pop out of the pan. But yeah, it smells delicious with the onions, the garlic, the mushrooms, even that kale. It's gonna be good. Gonna be delicious. So, all right. Well, we'll pop that out in just a few. Let's get back to the.
All right. I'm going to share my screen again. Okay. Let's see if I can get this going now. Okay. So we mentioned, why don't you take this since I'm losing my voice?
Okay, so how many of you love throwing out groceries every week from your refrigerator? I mean, this is an ongoing problem, right? The waste. I know that for me, I was probably throwing out $100 worth of groceries before I met Thrive Life. Between my mushrooms that I had to have, right? But they'd only last 2 days in the refrigerator, or my blueberries that I had to have, they just don't last. And so I would throw out lots and lots of produce, and it made me sick at the amount of money that I would throw out. But Thrive Life solved that problem for me, because I could now, once you open one of these cans, 2 years in Utah. Okay, so if you live outside of Utah, it's probably 1 year, but I can tell you, we get 2 years. Once you've opened that, if you
Because we're in a dry climate.
right, and the drier the climate, the longer it will last. Now, it will stay on my pantry shelf for 25 years, and I love that too. That's peace of mind. You can't put a price on that. All right, you ready to take that guy off?
Yep, that's nice and golden brown.
Yes.
There we go.
And so you're off to the races with a nice breakfast right there.
Hey, you guys, stop sharing so we can see you better.
What's that?
Okay, yeah, we're not going to share. Somebody said stop sharing. We're not. No,
No, I mean-
there it is. It's a waffle, and it really it's easy to take on the go. Like Lisa said, if you're on the run, you just tear off a piece and
Share
I gotta
share
try
it with your partner.
I gotta try a little piece.
Good, yeah. All right, back to waste. Is that where we were?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so like we said,
Oh, we got another giveaway.
oh, we got another giveaway. I love
Yep.
giveaways.
$10.
Okay, Tammy, I don't know. You're gonna just like start racking it up here. I love
Yep.
Tammy. She's doing so well.
Okay, non-consultants. Here's the question. What does that say, Liz?
What percent of the average family food budget goes to waste in a year? This
Yep.
is in a year.
So this is a study, an official study in North America. What percent of the average family food budget goes to waste? Okay, chat it in. Somebody says 22, 35. Anybody else? Anybody? Come on, there's got to be some other guesses. We've only got 2 guesses here. I know there's more than 2 non-consultants here.
Don't be shy. This is
Just
$10
chat it
in
in.
credit.
Okay, we're going to give it a few more seconds and then we're going to announce the winner. Anyone? Oh, there's one.
I guess,
Yeah,
but
Cindy, you don't get to guess. Sorry. I don't know if that's Cindy or Dan, but all right, we're gonna reveal the answer. Oh, there's one. 48. Is that Tammy
That's
twice? Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
Tammy
won it though.
Okay, 32%. So we had a 22 and a 35. So yeah, Tammy nailed it. So that's the American Journal of Agricultural Economics. That's an official number, 32%, which on average is about $2,000 a year. So like Lisa was saying, you're throwing away probably several $1,000s worth of food a year. And so really what we tell people with Thrive is just buy things that you throw out. If you throw mushrooms away or blueberries or onions, try buying Thrive and use those instead, and you're going to save money. And it's just really reallocating your budget, some of it to Thrive, some of it to the grocery store.
Right.
And so you can really
But over time, you do see a savings.
Yep.
I do have to say that.
Yep. Okay, Lisa, you want to talk about this?
I like to pay retail, said no one ever. I don't remember what the slide was
This is
about.
The best way to get Thrive.
Oh, the best way to get Thrive. We don't want to pay retail. We always want to be on our delivery service where we get a wholesale price and get get the best pricing. So if you're thinking tonight that, hey, I'd like to try to get some of this, then you'll want to sign up for our delivery system. What do we got here?
Sorry, I'm eating.
So the delivery service will give you 15% off retail, plus you get free shipping. And that's to Canada and to the United States.
The continental US,
Continental-
Alaska and Hawaii is 50% off shipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a good savings on that food. That's
Yep.
going to save you money in the long run. So like we said, the flexible delivery service, because it's not something that you're stuck in, you are able to every month go in there, change the items that you want. You can customize it to your liking. You can change your shipment date. You can skip, pause, cancel it at any time because you're in control of that delivery. So we want you to feel like it's a benefit to you.
Yeah. And then you want to talk about this?
So we have a referral system. So when everybody, whether you're a customer or not, will get a referral link, and this will give you 15% off, and they will get 10% off.
No,
No,
the other way around.
Other way around. Sorry. You get 10% and they get 15% off their order.
Yeah. So if anybody can go in and set up an account, like Lee said, customer, or just set up an account on our website,
Mhm.
and then you can share your code, and the person you share it with gets 15% off their order. You earn 10% in whatever they order. So
Whatever
if you
they
share
order.
it with people, and let's just say combined, you share it with 10 people and they each order $100 and you get $1,000 worth of orders, how much would you get free?
Okay, sorry. I told him, do not ask me math questions, okay?
You would get 10%, which would be $100. I was just putting her on the spot. But yeah, so you would earn 10% in free, whatever people purchase. So
Yeah.
great way to give people a discount, but then you get a little something if they buy.
Yeah.
You go to your website, log in, you can get the link, or you can actually enter their names and emails and it'll send them an email about this. So great way to share and earn a little bit of free food. Okay, so now I want to talk about being a consultant just for a minute. And we have asked one of our favorite consultants, Holly Hardy, to talk just for a minute about what she loves about being a consultant. So Holly, if you want to just unmute yourself
Sure.
and just tell us what you love about being a consultant.
Well, hello, everyone. This is exciting to be a part of this call tonight. Jeff and Lisa, I've been a consultant for 12 years and I've never made an omelet in a waffle maker. So thank you. Thank you. I'm doing that now. That's awesome. Do you want to stop sharing the screen, or am I in full screen? There we go. I can see you better there. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, I am thrilled to be able to share. I've been a consultant for 12 years. And as I was watching this demonstration and just realizing the gratitude I have for having Thrive Food in my home and for going to my first home party 12 years ago, and I tasted that corn and I was like, what in the world? I need that corn in my life. I had other food storage products, but they did not taste like that. And so that's where my journey began. And I've been so grateful to have been able to gather food for my family, have nutritious things to be able to have on hand, and be able to cook quick and fast. I'm a mother of 11 children. And so having that quick, fast at your fingertips and have every product we need and use and eat from the store in our homes is an amazing gift to me. But being able to be a consultant, you get to be your own customer. How amazing is that? You're able to earn free and discounted products as well. Awesome. And what I love is I can work from home in the cracks of my schedule, wherever I can fit it in. If I've got a little spot here, I can work from here, share from here, and I can do that at my time and pace. And right now, especially, we're able to do a party right here online. Like watching you guys do this, back in the olden days, we were out at people's homes doing just what they're doing. And now we can do that right from home, or bring in our customers or friends or family into an online overview and have this Thrive experience. And so it is incredible. And to be able to own your business, our first starter kits you'll learn tonight start off $100. That's food. You earn your own business. you own your own business for $100. Unbelievable. Or get some of the bigger packs with more food in them. But that is an incredible gift for us. And I am thankful it's been a part of my life for all this time, and wonderful friends like Jeff and Lisa along the path. So thank you for letting me share.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you,
Holly.
Holly. You know, I'm always amazed at Holly because she has 11 children. And so we have 11 grandchildren, and I would never babysit 11 grandchildren all at the same time. And I think Holly does this every day, but it's crazy to me. But anyway, she's a rock star and we love her. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go back, Sharon. We're gonna wrap up here, but you know, being a consultant really is the best way to get Thrive or to share Thrive. And there's a lot of benefits to it, like Holly mentioned, and we're not going to go through all those in detail. But if you think that maybe this is something that you would like, maybe you'd like to share with other people, be the go-to person for your friends and family,
Right.
or you want to build a business like Holly has and like we have and others on this call, then this might be a great place for you. One of the things that I love about Thrive Life, when I first was introduced to this 12 years ago, is the residual income. Beautiful thing about residual income is you sell once, you get paid over and over and over again. You know, we did the first home party 12 years ago in this kitchen, and we are still earning a commission on monthly delivery orders from that first party.
Yeah.
So for 12 years, we've continued to earn on work we did 12 years ago. It really is amazing. And that's one thing we love about it. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And so having a way to earn residual income is really something that allows you freedom and flexibility and peace of mind. And that's one thing we love about it. Our commission plan is very balanced. We're not going to get into the nitty gritty of all the details of it tonight. What we would invite you to do is, if you're interested in learning more about that, get with the person who invited you to come on this call, and they can explain that in more detail. But it's very balanced. It's not just something where only a few people who got in early are able to make good money and everybody else is just, you know, like a hamster on a treadmill. We have people who have come in just in the last 1 or 2 or 3 years who are earning top earners in the company. And so it really is, even though we've been around for 12 years, still is really a ground floor opportunity. A couple of ways that we earn money on orders. One is through one-time orders, and that's where people pay full retail. And if they just want to order, a bunch of stuff one time, no monthly delivery, then you would earn 10% on that order. And let's say they order in a year, you would earn 10% on that order again. But really the very best way for customers to purchase, and also the way that consultants earn the residual income, is through the delivery orders that Lisa talked about. You can earn anywhere from 10 to 28% commission on those orders on months 1, 2, and
Months.
well, 10% on months. 10 to 28% on month 1, and then 10% month 2 and 3, and then 5% forever. Okay. So I'm not going to get into, again, the specifics on how you earn 10 to 28%, but if you do a few things that are pretty normal, getting a new consultant here and there, getting a few new delivery customers each month, you can actually double your commission. So if you were going to earn 10% commission, but you do these things, then you double it to 20%.
Right.
And that goes up on a sliding scale depending on your total new deliveries for the month. So you can see this chart. If you did $1,000 in new deliveries in a month, you'd actually earn 12% instead of 10%. But then again, that can double when you earn what we call builder bonus, which is
8 points.
8 points, which is a combination of new deliveries and new consultants, which I'm going the wrong way. Okay, you also earn on new consultant enrollments. Same kind of thing. You earn as Holly said, you can get started for as little as $100. And we have a couple other starter kits that are a little bit more. Whichever one fits, you earn the same commission as a consultant, regardless of which kit you purchase to get started. But you, as consultants, when we enroll people, we earn a commission on those starter kits. And again, depending on how many new consultants we get in a month and how much the total volume is, that earning can go anywhere from 20% up to 32%. And then again, like I talked about, we have what's called builder bonus. And when you do builder bonus in a month, all the commissions on your new business double. So your new consultants and your new monthly deliveries, your commission doubles. So if you were going to earn let's say 12%, you would get 24%. And so it's a really nice way that the company rewards us just for doing the basic things that help us to build our business.
Right.
You get 1 point for every new delivery, 2 points for every new consultant, and 8 points qualifies you for builder bonus. And so I'm going to put you on the spot here.
No, do not ask me math questions. Ask somebody else that's
So if
really
you
good at
get
math.
8 new deliveries in a month, how many points would you have?
If I got 8 points in a
8
month,
new deliveries.
oh, 8 new deliveries, then I'd make builder bonus that month.
8 points,
8
right?
points,
If you got 6 new deliveries and 1 consultant, how many points would that be?
7. So I'd be one
No,
check. Yeah, 6 and 1 is
no,
7.
6 and 1 is one.
You got the cold, not me.
6 and 2. No, 6 deliveries. All right. Anyway, any combination would qualify you, and then you would double your commission. We have some other ways you can earn. We have what we call a premier bonus pool, which is where the company takes 2% of all the commissionable earnings for the month and divides those up between people who earn bonus shares in and so that's another way you can earn extra money. And people earn anywhere from, the shares are typically $60 to $100, sometimes a little bit more. And we have people earning 1 or 2 shares and people who earn 15 or 20 or 25 shares.
Right.
So you can make anywhere from a few $100 to a couple thousand extra dollars on top of everything else, just from the premier bonus pool. You can make override commissions on your team sales. You can earn free and half off products, Thrive credit. And so there's lots of different ways you can earn. So really, whatever you want to get out of it, whether you want to just earn enough money to pay for your own delivery each month, or you want to pay for kids' activities or a vacation or contribute to the household bills, or you want to make a part-time or full-time income, really the sky's the limit. You can do it, and we can help you get there. And again, if you're interested in being a consultant, if this is something you think sounds kind of intriguing, get with the person that invited you on this call, and they can explain more and help you get started. If you're interested in making a purchase, getting started on the delivery, or even a one-time purchase, get with the person that invited you and they'll help you with that as well. So here's our final giveaway. Should we say that, is it Cindy? Tammy, sorry, Tammy.
He's got a cold.
No, Cindy tries to win.
Oh,
every
Cindy
time,
tried, but I think it's Dan. See, Dan's a real sneaky guy.
Yeah,
You have
he
to be
is,
careful for
he is.
Dan because he's kind of a sneaky guy.
So enter, if you're not a consultant, we talked about this earlier. What are the 4 benefits of freeze drying? 4 benefits, chat them in, and whoever does that, we're going to give them a $10 Thrive credit. I was going to say, should we make Tammy ineligible, or if she was listening?
No,
if she
Tammy
was
can
listening,
win
she can
here. She might become a
Okay.
consultant after this.
So you got to chat in the 4 benefits that we mentioned earlier of freeze drying. And while you're doing that, and maybe Annie, if you can just keep an eye on that and see who gets all 4, if you can remember, we'll help you out. But you want to just talk about your kind of story?
Yeah. So again, I was the very first consultant for the company 12 years ago. And it was just, it happened by accident, but here I am with my very first certificate. I was so proud of it. I was an executive. And I remember Holly being there and a few others, just a handful of people. And we were so excited about this food. And it is turned into be, I have met so many wonderful people. Honestly, that for me that holds so much weight. I have met so many wonderful people and have so many great relationships with people in this company. And there's so many good people. And it has just been a fun journey for Jeff and I to take together. I never put that on my dream list to have Jeff quit his corporate America job, but he did that 2 years in, and he's been my sidekick ever since. And you can see we kind of like have a love-hate relationship when it comes to math and when it comes to certain questions he'll ask me during these things. But it's been so fun, so fun. And it's been a family business. My family has loved it and has kind of been the beneficiaries as I'm trying new recipes and new things. I will try that on them. They were the first to taste my little waffle here. And back in the day when I had 2 teenage boys and they wanted nothing to do with kale, but they actually ate that waffle. And I thought, see, like this is such a great food. And I remember hiding kale and lots of things like the brownies. And I love doing little things like that for the grandkids, sneaking those vegetables in. But we had a great ride, and we invite you to get with a person who invited you to this. We have had such a fabulous journey, and we think that you will have a fabulous journey as well. And I know that we have great leaders in this company that will take care of you and get you to where you want to be, whether it's a delivery or a consultant. But it's been a very fun ride for our family to be on. And thank you all for being here tonight. We don't want to take any more of your time, but it's been fun to see everybody. Did anybody get the last question right?
Did anybody? I don't know if anybody got it. I'm going to go back to it and show you, and maybe Annie, just tell us if anybody.
I think Tammy got 3 of them: long-lasting nutrition and less waste. That's 3.
Okay, who is that? Tammy?
Well, Tammy, but we also have Debbie that said nutrition is preserved, which is 1. Long-lasting, right?
Okay, so awesome.
No prep wasn't. But no prep wasn't said there, and that's the 4th one, is it not? No prep work.
Like Lisa said, there's a lot more benefits than 4. The ones we mentioned were long shelf life, no preservative, nutrition, taste, but there's others too. But did Tammy win it? Tammy got the most out of those, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, Tammy, congratulations. It just shows if you just show up and participate, you got a good chance of winning. Tammy won it all tonight. And so, Tammy, we will get those credits to you. We want to thank you for your participation. Everybody else on here tonight. We do this every second Tuesday of the month at 7 o'clock Mountain Time.
Right.
There's also a couple of others that get with the person that invited you, or if you're a consultant, keep an eye out on either the Million Dreams Team Facebook group or the Thrive Life Consultant group. But there's one of these pretty much every week happening somewhere that you can join in on, or you can do your own. We encourage you to do that.
Yeah, get with your upline. They'll be happy to partner up with you and do a tasting or opportunity or a Thrive Live, whatever you want to call it. But it's been a pleasure having you tonight, and we hope that you guys will all have a good evening. And any last questions for us?
I don't see anything. All right, I think we're good. Well, I'll sit here squinting at the screen if we try and do that. But thank you again, everybody. It was fun being with you. We really enjoyed this and glad you came to spend some time with us tonight. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.